Hey, this is Donnie Smith. If you're like over 40 other million people, you're going to be traveling this Thanksgiving holiday, and I got 5 tips to share with you that'll keep you safer on the roads. But first, I'd like to thank you for being a subscriber, watching these videos. This channel now has over 17,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate each one of you for subscribing. So are you going to be traveling for Thanksgiving? Well, they say that is one of the busiest times of year. So I'm going to give you 5 tips to help keep you safer. Now this ain't something that I just created. It's called the Smith system, but not because my name's Smith, but it's actually been around for years. And if you're a truck driver, I'm sure you've already been trained this system and had training in it. But if not, listen up, because these are 5 tips that really help you drive better and safer. If you'd like more information about this, you can go to their website. It's smith-system.com, and you can learn more about it, and they have some training available. But step 1 is to aim high in steering. Now what does that mean? Well, whenever you're looking down the road, look up. Don't look down right in front of you. I mean, if you're looking where the lines are at, they've done some studies, like if you're staring at the line, you'll kind of drive too close to the line. But instead, look way out in front of you and focus on things out there, and that will help you drive straight. I've been told that farmers used to, well before they had GPS, that they used to, whenever they was cutting hay, to keep going straight, if they just tried to look right down in front of them, they'd probably go crooked. What they do, they would look at the end of the crop, focus on something, and just stay focused on that until they get to the end, and they'd flip around, focus on something on the other end, and that kept them going straight back and forth whenever they was cutting hay on the tractor. And the same is true in driving a car. If you look out in front of you, if you aim high, it's going to help you drive straighter down the road. Step 2 is to get the big picture. Be observant of what's going on around you. Is there a car parked off to the side? Is it broke down? Is there a car that's coming up to an intersection? Is it going to try to pull out in front of you? Is it going to wait on you? Is there a car behind you? Just know your surroundings. Be very observant of what all is going on. It kind of reminds me of some of those cop shows they have where the cop walks in, sits down, and then they sit there and tell someone, their partner, whoever, where everybody's at, what they're doing, what they're wearing. And just because they're real observant. Now I know some of that's probably far-fetched, but when you're driving a car, do know what's around you. Step 3 is to keep your eyes moving. Now I said to look in front of you, aim high, but you want to keep your eyes moving. You just don't want to sit there and stare at one spot the whole time. You want to look in front of you, use your 3 mirrors, look in those, look to the side, continuously be looking. That way you'll be more aware of what's behind you. If there's anything beside you, always keep your eyes moving and use your mirrors. Now I'm sure we're all guilty of it. I know I've done it. When you're driving, especially like on a long trip, like if you're traveling for Thanksgiving and you're driving and you start looking forward and your eyes never move. It's almost like you get hypnotized. And I've even drove before and wondered, not remembered the last 20 miles and things like that. Well, if you catch yourself doing that, try to break that and start looking around, because that's really not that safe a state to be in. Step 4, leave yourself an out. Build you a cushion of space around you. Leave some distance between you and the car in front of you. Make sure the car behind you is not following too close. Try to, get it to where, you're not traveling beside cars. And this way, if something comes up and you need to suddenly stop, there's not a car behind you, or you need to pull off, you've got the room to do so. And step 5 is to make sure they can see you. Now, what this means is, whenever you go to switching lanes, turning, or anything like that, be sure to use your blinkers. If you're traveling, you may want to turn on your lights. Also, think about other people's blind spots. You don't want to travel in someone's blind spot. If you're traveling kind of behind them, don't just stay there. Either speed up and go ahead and get around them, or slow down and get behind them. But try not to travel in someone's blind spot, because if they go to turn, they may not see you, and that could cause an accident. So that was just a quick overview of the 5 steps of the Smith system. Again, you can go to smith-system.com and learn more, and there's some training they have available there. So if you're going to be traveling this Thanksgiving, be sure and be safe. Keep these tips in mind, and there's a lot of other useful tips that you can find out there as well. Because remember, number 1 goal is to get where you're going. So be safe and have fun this Thanksgiving. And again, thanks for being a subscriber to this channel.